You see? Oh, we bumped heads. It's okay. Look. Aren't they cute?
Can you count them? One.
We're gonna go put them in the chick shop. They get to be this big.
Here comes Mr. Darcy. How do you set it to stay off?
Let's see.
Evan, remember, he's not nice. Evan. That's our rooster, so don't touch him. You're okay. All right, let me see him. I was busy looking at Evan. Mr. Darcy, what are you doing out here? She said they were like Narnisset or something. What are they called? Will you lift it up? I don't know how to say that. Your turkeys? 4 new friends. You love your birds, Evan? So how many birds do we have coming in the mail?
We have 25 meat birds, and then we have, I think we ordered 25 hens.
Laying hens.
We just have
He's
so many.
a rooster?
Yeah, we have so many roosters.
You are a rooster. Why? You're
roosters.
so pretty.
Everything that you're looking at right here. Rooster, 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 rooster.
That's a hen. Those 2 are hens.
Those 2 are hens. But then everything else over here is a rooster.
Aw, he's pretty though. He's got that like green in his leaves. Lord, help me, I need coffee. Oh, our scaredy cat ducks. When are y'all gonna lay me an egg? Did you do a grocery haul?
Yeah.
He got these things out of the pantry, and I think he's trying to do a grocery haul. Yeah, that's my creamer I just used. You want to tell me about these food items? And what you plan to use them for?
Yeah.
What about this one? Tell me about that. Oh, what are you going to use that for? Is that our snack? Oh, and the water bottle? Yeah. You know, Miss Stacy will be here for speech. You ready for that? Hey friends, welcome back. It is 2:30 in the afternoon and I sort of feel like our day is just getting started almost. Today is Thursday and I moved my daughter Evelyn back on campus today from the summer, and so in the heat, Everett and Evie and I moved her in, so that took up the whole morning until lunch. And then when I got home, we just the kids worked on a few things while I was gone, but they had to keep Evan here, and so it was kind of a busy morning of just them keeping him happy. Then we did lunch and speech therapy, and then now we are getting all of our schoolwork caught up. I'm trying, since it's Thursday, to get all of my grading done so that this weekend I am not caught grading. And then I also this year am determined to stay on top of all of our grading, because at the end of the summer I still had things to grade from last year, and so I don't want to be in that position. So it's been a really busy day. I'm really tired, but for the rest of the day, Lizzie went to run an errand with my mom. My mom lives just down the street, and we just got most of I think everyone's pretty much done with school. Evan is watching a show, and I just set dinner out a little bit ago. Tonight we are having Mongolian beef. It's an Instapot recipe. We bought that quarter of a cow a few weeks ago, or actually the beginning of July, and I don't have it really organized well outside of the ground beef in the freezer, so I dug around. This calls for flank steak. I didn't see any flank steak, but I did pull out tenderized round steak, and so I read that it can be substituted for flank steak. It's just a different part of the cow, so we're gonna try that because that is what I found. So I wanted to show you our August menu. I had to buy a new calendar on Amazon. I can link this below. Mine ended in July. So I just write down breakfast, lunch, and dinner before I do my monthly shop. So I highlight things as we use them, and we do leftovers every couple days, and the reason that we do that is that allows leftovers to build up for a few days. So if you did not really like chicken enchiladas but liked these Greek tacos better, then you would have a choice of that when it was leftover time. So last night we ended up going out to dinner with my mom at the last minute, and so it was just the girls here, and they ate some leftover pizza that we had ordered a couple days ago, and so I ended up just bringing home some dinner from the restaurant for Everett after football. So I actually did not make this, and so this will be something that I can either make later in the month, or we'll just hold it off for next month. So we are on target for today, eating Mongolian beef and rice. It's an Instapot recipe. I usually make my rice in the Instapot, so I'll have to do that in just on the stove top. So this really helps me stay accountable, and I try to use up things that we have, and then from this, when I do my monthly shop, I end up ordering everything that I need for the whole month. I have played with the idea of sharing my menu with y'all prior to the month starting, and then possibly I get quite a bit of comments on doing more cooking videos, but I thought it might be fun if I was able to share my menu at the beginning, maybe a week prior to a month starting. If there was any interest in that, then I could do maybe two nights a month where we did like a live, or it could be recorded, but I release it on a certain day, so it could be cook with me, like, okay, today, like say it was today, you knew that today we were gonna cook Mongolian beef. So if y'all have any interest in that or any suggestions, I would love to hear that down in the comments. A couple of days ago, we ended up getting some new baby turkeys. We started off the year with 18 turkey poults and got down to 6. We had a predator problem for a while and lost a bunch of them, and so we just bought 4 babies. They are about 9 weeks old now, I think. Actually, that's not true. It's not true. They're actually like almost 3 weeks old, and we have them in our chickshaw, so they're outside getting, you know, it's warm, so they don't need the brooder, but they're getting used to the you know, being outside with the other chickens. The other chickens can see them, but they can't get out, and the other chickens can't get in. So we're excited to have those guys, but this morning when Brian was out feeding the animals, we lost another turkey. So it's tricky because we did clip their wings. They end up getting into our yard. So they fly out of the pasture into the yard every morning when we wake up. They don't go into the coop at night. They have like a turkey tree that they get on, and they have shelter, but it's not enclosed. So when we wake up in the morning, they're usually all over the back, just maybe 1 or 2 is like in the backyard. And that's where we saw on our nighttime camera a while ago that one was taken. We think it was a fox. So this morning we only found a little portion of one, so it's frustrating. But if we clip their wings, then they're unable to get up on the turkey tree that Brian built them, and they really love to roost up high. So just for their quality of life, it's hard. So we actually have, you know, we bought 4 and then we lost one. So we're slowly trying to build them up. I'm hoping to incubate some eggs if we are so lucky to get fertilized eggs from them, and then we can keep this going and not have to keep purchasing them, because turkey poults are actually pretty expensive. I think we paid $15 a piece for the 4 new ones that we got. So it was kind of a hard morning. It was frustrating to know that we'd lost one because they're so sweet too. It was one of our big black ones. We also ordered our first meat birds, and they're coming in 2 weeks. So Brian has not built the tractor for that, so that's his project in the evenings over the next few weeks before they'll be in the brooder at first, so it gives him a little bit of time. And then we also ordered a straight run of laying hens, but they'll be chicks. So I incubated a ton over the spring, and that was really fun. And I ended up giving my sister Tanya 12 hens. One ended up being a rooster, so I kind of got her flock going. And then we ended up selling some hens, and then we gave 5 hens to a friend, and so that really didn't leave a lot of hens for us. But we harvested all of our roosters, well, a big portion of our roosters, a couple of weeks ago, and then Brian and a friend are harvesting the rest of the roosters outside of one this Saturday. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll have all hens and our 1 rooster, and then our ducks and our turkeys that we're growing. So we have a lot kind of going on outside that we're trying to navigate. Brian keeps sending me videos of fall gardens. I have been really, really, really sad because everything in my garden outside of my tomato plants that I started later is pretty much dead because it's 107 degrees consistently. We haven't had rain in weeks, so there's really no way to keep stuff alive. Checking on Evan. Evan, you watching a little YouTube show?
Okay, I'll count right
Evan.
here.
Wanted to go check on Evan quick. He's watching a show in the girls' room. So I've been a little bit sad because y'all know last year my garden didn't grow anything, and this year I had a lot of success with my spring garden. And so Brian was trying to give me perspective really from March, April, May, June. For over 4 solid months we had great luck with our garden. There's just really nothing in this heat that will grow. We do have some ideas for next year. We do not have drip irrigation, and we've seen some people that have like some shade cloth, and we think that that could stretch our garden a little bit further. So what I'm gonna do this afternoon is finish grading. I got the kitchen picked up. I'm gonna finish going through my seeds, and there were a couple things I was gonna order for the garden. And then tonight when we get Evan to sleep, he's pretty much asleep by 8 and we still have some time, some daylight time. I was gonna go out there and try to start pulling up the things that are dead and feeding them to the goats. So they love all the dead sunflower plants and zinnias. They love all that. I do also need to seed save some of my flowers. I grew some really beautiful cleome, and a lot of my zinnias have totally dried up, so I can get those seeds. But it's just so hot. I don't know if I really can't do that till tonight. And then I think tomorrow, since tomorrow's Friday, I'm gonna go ahead and go maybe at lunchtime and get a truckload of dirt so that over the weekend when Brian's harvesting turkeys, I really need to refill a lot of my beds. Everything kind of settled. It seemed like we had enough dirt in the beds, and then everything settled, and I really need to add a good probably 2 or 3 inches to the top. So that's what we have going today. So my sweet hubby came in and said,
Put me to work.
am I cooking dinner tonight? And I said, sure. So he is cutting that, what was it called? What kind of meat was it called?
Tenderized.
Round steak. He's saying it's really falling apart. So he's cutting it against the grain.
I mean, really, what is the grain? Look how it's been tenderized so much that there's not really a grain here.
So and then we're gonna saute it in the Instapot. I have it on the saute function until it's brown and move it to a plate.
Do you think that, like, that's a good, do you want them small?
No, that's fine. Well, we can have a knife.
All right, saute in here.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I wait until that gets...
I turned it on a while ago. Okay, maybe. Okay, so I think this is about brown. We are going to transfer this to a plate.
It is.
Okay, so we transferred the meat to a plate. Evan, it's my Instapot beeping. Evan is playing Cars in the background, so that's why it's loud, but we transferred it to a plate. Now I'm gonna saute the garlic, which is 2 cloves. I don't know what that means in relation to this because I'm using this minced garlic, but we're just gonna do 2 little scoops. How about that, guys? So we're gonna let that saute for 1 minute, and then we're gonna add soy sauce, a half a cup of soy sauce, a half a cup of water, 2/3 a cup of brown sugar, and fresh ginger. I use this liquid aminos instead of soy sauce because it is a gluten-free alternative. Soy sauce has gluten in it. So we use that. And then I don't have fresh ginger. I have the squirtable, unless I used it all, ginger from Aldi. So we're gonna let that cook. Get the ginger. This is the ginger. I guess this is fresh. Once you open it, you have to keep it refrigerated and used within a month. So it's like chopped up ginger. It says the ingredients are ginger, oil, olive oil, and xanthan gum. Okay, so that's been going about a minute. Ooh, I'm spilling this. Half a cup of soy sauce. Half a cup of water. It says half a teaspoon of fresh ginger. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that. 2/3 a cup of brown sugar. And then stir to combine. So 1/3, 2/3. That's a lot of sugar. My personal opinion, but okay. And then we're gonna re-add the beef. I'm making a mess here. So I'm gonna stir that up. And then, oh, the ginger smells good. I'm gonna add the lid, turn it to sealing, and pressure cook for 11 minutes. And then we're going to quick release it. Okay. It's like a huge box. It's my Sam's online order, my gluten-free Cheetos. Doesn't that seem like the waste of a box for, am I filming? But these? Okay, I did not pay $6.49 for these. Does that seem crazy for chips? I'm actually curious now.
Are those considered chips?
Chips?
You just said chips.
Yes, I consider them chips. Where'd that from? Oh, you might have some in there. Well, I want to say it was 2 for $11, so that still is a lot.
$5.49. You saved $1.
I don't know. Could be my picture. I should take one of these to eat.
I was helping you a lot in here.
I know, right?
Well, hey, you know. Somebody has to film.
I told them in the intro about the turkey. We lost the turkey, and
I could cry a river. I'm so upset. We're down to 5 turkeys from 18.
well, we have the babies. We have 9, but 5 from 18 is not good numbers.
No.
So
No, and I had big plans. We were going to have turkey workshops and get a bunch of guys out here to harvest those turkeys.
my plan with the turkeys, because we were hoping to sell 10 at $100 a piece, and we would sell them in Thanksgiving or in November right before Thanksgiving. So in my mind, I thought that would be a great, easy way to pay for Christmas. So now we don't have that opportunity.
Our kids are getting nothing.
But it is sad. Turkeys are our favorite animal on the farm outside of our Pyrenees puppies, I would say.
Do you want to rank them?
No, I don't. And Coley, but he's more of an inside guy. Right, Coley? So you want to look in here? So it's just done. And the next step, I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I bought this cornstarch from Azure Standard and have really liked it. It is gluten-free and organic. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to pour that in and then turn it back to the saute cycle. Oh, this is good. It'll take a few minutes for this to get really hot, and then this is really liquidy. So that cornstarch in here on the saute cycle should cause it to thicken up. And now that I'm looking at this, this is not going to be enough meat for everybody. You live and you learn. We're still adjusting to having only 3 teenagers at home, Brian and I, so like 5 adultish people eating. I'm sorry, Evan is making all kinds of racket in the back. And then Evan doesn't eat this, but I was gonna tell you. So if I'm trying a new recipe, I just print it off. If we decide that we like it, we will add it to a recipe card, and then I store them in here, and then go from here every month to make our monthly meal plan, which I showed you earlier. And then I also always try to add a couple of new recipes to try out. We made teriyaki burgers the other day. I think we have some film of that, do we?
I'll put it right here.
It was not a favorite. So it was fun to try, and it was okay. We enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna put it on a recipe card. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the first recipe from Six Sisters stuff that we've been like, wouldn't you think?
I mean, it's not a burger.
Yeah, it was just different, but it was fun trying it. So that's kind of the thing. We'll let you know if this Mongolian beef gets a permanent space in our recipe cards. We'll see. I had been out of recipe cards and just ordered some more on Amazon. I will link these below, and it is quickly thickening up. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. They talked about if you wanted to spice it up, adding some red pepper flakes. I don't think I can. You'll have to reach those. Also, on a side
I
note,
don't see them.
I have been watching some videos on flavoring kombucha. I really like kombucha. I drink about 4 to 5 ounces a day of the pre-made ones. Mine is not flavored at all. It's just black tea mixed with my kombucha that I got from Azure, and it is so potent. But these videos I've been watching said that if you add sugar, like a natural sugar like fruits, it's how you flavor it, and then also the yeast feeds on that and it adds more carbonation. Mine already is like bubbly from the fermentation, but anyways, I have some frozen berries in here that I've just let completely thaw out, and I'm gonna remake my kombucha and hope that I like it better, because I want to like mine, but if I'm honest, I don't love the ones that I have made myself. But I don't want to give up, because I have this really gross scope. Look at it. Look at it. It's really
It's pretty gross looking.
big now. So I have grown something weird here. Okay, I'm thinking do you think it should be a little bit thicker than that? What do you think?
No, I think it'll thicken up when you...
Okay, so I'm just gonna turn this off. So we're gonna serve that over rice. I'm sorry, I'm really itchy today. And then sprinkle with our green onions, and if he can reach the red pepper flakes.
All right, that's all. I can't reach.
1 second, Evan. No, you're busy. All right, guys. Press pause for 1 second. Okay, Evan and I just got done playing puzzles and all kinds of things in the living room, and I'm exhausted. Dinner was really good. Brian said it definitely is gonna make it to a recipe card. So that is a keeper. I will link it below. But thanks for joining us for today, and we will see you soon in another video. Bye-bye. Bye, Evan. Bye, Daddy. Thumbs up.